more colorful life. And welcome back to my channel. This video is a live mini reading session. Make sure that you subscribe and that you also ring the notification bell so you can be notified of when I go live. I usually go live once a week. I do live free mini readings, and then sometimes, as per you guys' request, when I get a lot of people emailing me or DMing me about it, then I usually do a little live $15 mini reading session like this one. And I wanted to say thank you to all of you guys who are purchasing readings today and who are supporting me. Your support allows me to continue to keep posting videos on this channel for you guys. Thank you so much. So I'm really excited to hang out with you guys and pull some more cards now that I had a little break to recharge. And we're gonna move on to the next person, which is, what's the name again?
Ganga.
So this is for Ganga. So Ganga, you met this guy via LinkedIn and you guys messaged a little bit and then he blocked you abruptly and you're just like, what the heck happened here? Like, I thought there was a connection. So let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what the deal is. You really want to know, will he come back? We'll see what's going on, okay? Here's what I'm seeing. To be honest with you, this guy, he was on LinkedIn for his career, for his profession, for job searching, for networking. And when you first messaged him, when you guys first started talking, he was like intrigued. But the main purpose of him being on LinkedIn was for career. And you kind of brought him this opportunity, or you were like flirting with him. Who knows? Maybe he thinks you're attractive or something, but the point is, he wasn't on a dating profile, he was on LinkedIn. So even if you feel like, oh, you know, maybe he reciprocated in some way at first, and it's hard because you got your hopes up. Maybe it just took him a couple messages to kind of realize, oh, what am I doing? Like, I need to be focusing on my career. That's what this is for, you know? So I know it's tough because we see that you're mourning. We see that you keep having challenges because you get your hopes up and you feel like, oh my gosh, I met somebody. This person seems amazing. Look at their profile. They have this amazing career and they had this amazing business. And this person, they would be so great with me, you know? But the truth is, you don't know this person, you know? It might be time for you to focus more on connecting with men in real life, you know? If the online dating stuff or finding or messaging men online is just much, you know? Because it is kind of heart-shattering when you see somebody online or you fall for somebody and then time and time again you just keep experiencing these little mini heartbreaks over and over and you don't realize, I'm doing it to myself. Sometimes it's a sign, okay, it's time to step away from online dating or from messaging people on LinkedIn. I need to like find peace with myself. Stop chasing the love, you know? Real talk for you today, Ganga. Real talk from the cards. It's okay though. I've been there before. I've slid into some people's DMs when I probably shouldn't have. I think it's brave of you to have, you know, put yourself out there like that. But I feel like you're at this place, especially from past readings I know I've done for you, where it's time to open yourself to receive love instead of going out there and searching for it. Rather yet, there's a message for you to focus on your creativity, that there are parts of you that long to be expressed. There's a part of you that wants to be seen and heard. You have some beautiful gifts to share with this world. And you don't have to be famous or anything or do anything crazy. It might just start doing something in your local community or just doing something for yourself. So your guides are saying, become so happy in your energy. Cultivate beautiful things around you so that you attract love into your life. So you don't even have to worry about it. So you don't have to message guys on LinkedIn. So, you know, I see that. You're ready to shine your light in this world. You're going to be attracting all sorts of beautiful things. Yeah, it's time to let go. It's time for clearance You don't need to push. Some people, I tell them the opposite advice, like, hey, you need to put yourself out there to find love, you know? But for you, just cultivate harmony around you. What you seek is seeking you. Everything you need is inside you. And that way you attract love. You're good enough. You're worthy. You don't have to go chasing for it. I know it's been hard, especially after this pandemic, you know? People being told to socially distance. People are turning to online these days. I'm not trying to demonize online or dating apps. I have people I'm very close to who met that way and got married that way. So that's the modern world. But I'm saying in your situation, you might need a break from it, you know? Yeah, they're like saying, sometimes it's not about taking risks or putting yourself out there. They're like, don't chase. Don't chase. That's what this is somebody who's taking the risk, who's taking the leap of faith, who's going out, who's taking action. You have the opposite thing you got to do, which is sit back, let it come, welcome it, attract it. Going with the flow, letting it be. Sometimes things just happen on their own, your willful interference, you know? That's something I've had to learn in my life because I'm an Aquarius. I'm more of a divine masculine leading energy. I'm a go-getter. But no matter how much you push or you go for it or you message or whatever, you DM people, sometimes you're just going to keep getting no back. And you're like, what am I doing wrong? Sometimes it's because you're supposed to be receptive. Yeah. So yeah, this is the joy card reverse. It's like just feeling a little happy. You want nothing more than to have a beautiful connection and just celebrate that with family and friends and bring somebody amazing into your life. But you have to enjoy your own company first. Because how can you expect someone else to enjoy your company if you don't enjoy your own? So learn to be content being alone for now. You're not going to be alone forever. But maybe sometimes you got to master where you're at before you can manifest what you want. And I would say master where you are. You're getting some hints. Do something creative. Do things for yourself. Enjoy your own company. Taste life. Cultivate adventure and fun and harmony and health around you. Do your best. Show up every day. Just keep going. You're going to attract love. You don't have to chase it. That's your message. I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time. Peace out.
Corey.
Who's next?
Corey.
All right, Corey is next. Okay.
Any messages from my spirit guide?
Okay. All right, this is for Corey. Any messages from your spirit guides? Let's check in on your energy. Oh my gosh. I was quiet for a long while there, Corey, because I was like getting a download, tapping into your energy, and oh my gosh. Okay, so first of all, your guides are saying that something really surprising will be happening soon in your life. I just pulled a card for like a timeline or like a little clue as to what this could be, and I'm just getting the Page of Pentacles, and so it could have something to do with your business start. A lot of these messages actually have to do with your business. So your guides are saying detach from the outcome and also maybe detach from timelines, because I didn't even get a timeline. So detach from how this is going to happen, detach from the timeline. This might even be growing your business, because you know what I realized is that when you're growing a business, you think it would just be like, oh, step by step, or maybe even growing a following on social media, like, oh, I'll get 100 followers a day. But it's weird. You have long periods of plateau, maybe is where you don't have any clients, or you don't have, it seems like none of your marketing is working, or you're forever to get the website finished, or but then all of a sudden you like attract a bunch of clients, a bunch of opportunities. Like when it rains, it pours. And you see that in nature. Like there will be plants that will just lie dormant, and like all of a sudden you go out one day, there's a bud, and a week later there's a flower, and you're like, damn, that happened fast. So sometimes, like I said, things just pop off. When it rains, it pours. We all have cycles and seasons. It might be good to ask yourself, where like am I at on the cycle of my business? You could look at the life cycle maybe of a frog or a caterpillar and ask yourself, where am I at? It could be maybe you're in the caterpillar stage and you're just soaking up all the knowledge and information you can to get this thing started. Or maybe you're in the butterfly stage where you're ready to really come out and show people all of the knowledge that you have, and you're ready to market the business, and you're ready to show everybody what you've got. Ready to create like your online profiles and have business cards, and ready to attract those clients, you know? So where are you at? Where are you at? Look at the cycle of the butterfly, the frog. Maybe you can kind of pin down, maybe this is where I'm at, you know? And sometimes you're in the cocoon. Sometimes all you can do is just the transformation. You've already planted all the seeds. You've already done everything you can do, and now it's just about being consistent, putting in that effort, showing up every day. Because momentum, you got to build momentum. Time. You are having a huge awakening as you're growing this business. Like you're like literally giving birth to like your offerings to this world. And yeah, it's awakening so many things in you. You have so much to share. Your guides are like, don't forget why you started the path. And they see that you're longing so much for security, and that's why you started this. And you also have a gift with helping other people create security in their lives financially and whatnot. So I think it's funny that you're longing for that. Like you're going to help other people create that, and in return, that's what will be created for you. Like whatever you put out, you get back. So your guys are just saying, like, seriously, you're going to be taken care of. Just give your gift. Just speak your truth. Some habits need to be changed so that you can show up more consistently every day. You know, it's better with these things to do a little bit every day versus just trying to cram it all in on a Saturday. So, you know, little bits, habits need to be changed. It's not about perfection. Maybe some of the habits you actually need to build are habits that have to do with rest, self-care, pleasure, fun. Maybe you're really good at showing up for the business, but are you showing up for yourself? Because you are your business. Ooh, you're your business. Oh, gosh. It's true. We also see just a quick segue into like a little talk about relationships in your life. Like maybe you have some regrets. I know that there's like a connection with somebody that you were close to. We've talked about it before, that that you want to rekindle or have had a bit of a falling out with. And your guides are saying that like you've healed a lot of this. New friends coming into your life. You maybe had to go into hermit mode for a little while there to like plan out this business and like just kind of give birth to your vision, but you're like building momentum and consistency, and there's going to be like space opening up in your life, maybe some friends, some people who are kind of on a similar place, at a similar place to you in life. So you can share some things with, bond, maybe be there for each other. Healthy relationships. This could be like a little future prediction, maybe. The tarot likes to do that sometimes, or maybe it's just telling you, hey, maybe you're ready to make some new friends. I kind of get this sense that this summer, sorry, I got distracted. Minda in the comments, damn, Promise is dropping truth bombs. You are your business. Oh, That's so true, you guys. This freaking Aquarius full moon. I'm like in my element right now, I'll tell you. Anyways, Corey, I just kind of get this feeling like maybe this summer you just focused on yourself and took a step away from everything and put the business on the back burner, but they're like, don't feel guilty for it. You needed that time. They're saying, why don't you take some more time? You just relax, appreciate, like get into appreciation, get into relaxation. You need to cultivate the energy that's going to get you through. Like this week, I cultivated the energy to do these readings and all the work I did this week from like a 4-day vacation, 5-day vacation I had. You got to recharge sometimes. And so your guides are like, look, everything you are your business. Once again, I'm going to quote myself and quote Minda here. Yeah, maybe that's what you got to take away. You are your business. Appreciate. And they're telling you that you have been spending a lot of time inside recently, and that's why getting out into nature lately has really been helping you. And they're telling you just keep going out into nature, ground your energy. You'll naturally know what to do next. Things are working really really good for you right now. Surprising. Something beautiful is happening. This is definitely your business. It's getting ready to blow up, basically. It's ready. Oh, I love that message for you. I hope that resonates with you. Thank you again for your support, and I will see you next time. So who's next, John?
Swan Girl.
Okay, so Swan Girl is next.
I actually want to check vibes around the connection. I've had feelings for him quite some time now. He's seemingly grown sort of closer to me, but is this connection going to turn from a friendship to romance? We've been friends forever, and I think there have been some light flirting, but I'm wondering if he does even see me that way.
Okay, so there's this. All right, let's get into this, Swan Girl. I'm like grabbing my decks. I'm like, weapons of choice. How are we going to back this? Okay. This is how we're going to do it. So there's this guy that you've been friends with for a long time, and he's grown on you over time, and now you're just head over heels for him. And before you like go saying anything or like kind of I just pulled the secretive card. This has like been a little secret of yours for a while. Before you go blowing the lid off this whole thing, you just want to know, like, does he feel the same? Is there potential here? Let's just look into this, okay? Yeah, it was unexpected. I didn't even, whoa. Oh. Sorry, guys, I like freaked out there for a second. My cards have a mind of their own sometimes. Yeah, so this was unexpected. Also, it's been kind of an elephant in the room between you guys for a while, and in a weird way, you like miss him, if that makes sense. I don't know if you guys have been separated for some time, or if there's a missing element to the connection, because like back when you guys were like just friends and you hadn't really fallen for him yet, like it was easy to just like whatever. And then over time, you like are holding back more from him, feeling nervous. It's the elephant in the room. Something's gonna have to happen at some point, because it does become really painful to just not tell the person how you feel, you know? So yeah, I kind of see where you're at. Let's go ahead and pull some cards and see how does he feel. So I don't know if they have pictures of you on their phone or something, or if they like follow you on social media, but hang on, some cards dropped. I'm gonna pick those up. This is weird. So I pretty much made a Finsta just to keep an eye on you. Sometimes like people will make fake accounts so they can like watch your stories a whole bunch. Maybe he did that, low-key creeping on you, but not in a creepy way. He's just been like watching you. He's been thinking about you. He has pictures of you. I think already that's kind of a sign that he might feel similarly, to be completely honest. He feels really free around you. He loves the connection and this friendship. He really loves feeling free to be himself around you. He is really into you. It's kind of scary for him. He doesn't know how this works, like, because you guys have friend zoned. So it's like, how do we get out of the friend zone? You guys are both feeling similarly. This is a message about him having some kind of addiction. I don't know if you know this about him. I don't know if he like drinks a lot or he like smokes weed like all the time or like chain smokes cigarettes or it could be anything. It could be hardcore drugs. It could be addiction to video games. I don't even know. But I just wonder if there's like something he has, some issue, hang up kind of thing going on, and it's something that like kind of blocks him in his life right now. So sometimes that blocks people to being able to fall in love or move forward because they're so entangled in something emotionally. That happens, you know. Many people have addictions. I've struggled with some in my life, and it can kind of just distort your view of reality and just kind of make relationships difficult. So there could be this element to him where maybe you know about that, maybe you don't, but you do sense it's kind of complicated with him, you know what I mean? Let's see what's going on. Codependency. I don't know. Like sometimes when I pull this card, I'm just like, this is awkward. Like I kind of get this sense that like you guys have come to each other emotionally for like a lot of things, and you guys depend on each other so much, maybe even in an unhealthy way. I'm not sure if it's healthy or not. It's just like you guys have such a connection that like I see how complicated it makes this whole like maybe we also have feelings for each other thing. So yeah, how do they feel? You guys have healed a lot with each other. This connection is so healing, and I see that you guys are still like exploring this connection and getting to know each other. I would suggest to just let the relationship take a natural course and see what happens. It seems like you guys are genuinely exploring this. You guys are both catching feelings for each other. Maybe just let that develop a little bit, you know? Maybe you're the one who picked up on the energy first because you're a woman, you have a womb. We tend to pick up on things first a lot. And I kind of get this sense that he's picking up on it too. There's a chemistry here. That's what the cards are saying. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Maybe give it some time for the chemistry to grow. You guys have a past life connection too. It goes so much deeper than just this life. Decide what you want. Maybe just open yourself and your heart to exploring this connection more and just being like, okay, you know what? I have feelings for them. I'm gonna maybe drop some hints, flirt a little bit, see what happens, and just be open and just take it day by day, you know? New love. That's interesting. Makes me wonder, are they trying to tell you someone else is coming into your love life also, or there's another option for you, or it's like a new possibility with this person? I guess it doesn't matter. I would just interpret this card as this possibilities. This is just the beginning of something. No need to go panicking yet. Even if you've liked him a really long time, there's still, like, this is a new going on between you guys right now. Yeah, he does drink a lot. Yeah, so there's complications. This just says continue working on the friendship. Be there for him. Let him be there for you. Take it day by day. I would just say explore this energy. There's a true love connection, guys, for sure. I'd be surprised if you guys didn't explore this further. Like, it seems like it's just kind of naturally headed in that direction. Beautiful. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time. All right, for those of you guys who just clicked in, how many do we have left?
2.
We've got 2 readings left in stock. So if you're here and you're like, ooh, I want one, then just type below. First come, first serve. My partner is here to help you guys sign up. And for those of you guys that are waiting for your turn, thank you so much for your patience. If you're just here to watch, thanks for hanging out. One thing I just want to say real quick while I'm shuffling my cards is that anyone can read the tarot. Anyone can get good at tarot reading. Anyone can strengthen their intuition. I'm going to be posting a lot more on my channel, more tarot reading tips, teaching you guys more about the tarot. I'm pretty excited about it. Okay, so who's next?
Melinda?
Okay, so Melinda's next.
I decided to finally quit my job and begin working on my online business.
Wow.
It's going to be a little tight on the finance
Hmm.
for a while.
Hmm.
Will this leap of faith pay off?
Yeah, let me see this person's full name. I feel like I just need to see. Hang on. All right, Melinda. Faith and quit your job to work on your online business. You're like, I'm just going full time on this business. I'm going to make it happen. It's such a beautiful energy, so much determination. You know it's going to be a little bit tight on finances, but you're just wondering, is this going to work out? What are the possibilities here? Let's just look into the situation, see what has in store for you today. Wow, this is so exciting. So you really needed this time for yourself. Like working that job and just those hours you were working in general, it was killing you. It was sucking soul, soul sucking work. That's what came to me. And in the middle of all that, you had this vision for this business, something that's just been laid on your heart for a really long time. And you had a lot of envisioning and a lot of planting behind this thing, and you were ready to plant that seed. And you're like, you know what? I need complete focus on this. And I need a break. I need a rest. I need to just be me. And so I see the gift that this time has brought you. It's allowed you to focus in on the things that you want. It's allowed you to get this amazing business off the ground. It's allowed you all this time to step into authenticity. You've manifested like a quantum leap forward into your life. I see that. But reality is setting in. You know, there's a side of you that is really working at that job. There were some traumas there. Maybe it was like an element of a toxic workplace involved as well. There's a lot of that these days, you know. And I get this sense that you wanted time to refresh and heal and start this business, and now time is passing and you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna need more time. And I'm not sure if financially or savings wise, like you calculated the time or you made a plan for it, or if it was just one of those split moment things. But I see that you really faced your fears, and that it's building strength and character, learning how to work on your own. And I see the wheel of fortune. I see prosperity. I think if you keep going with this business and you continue to show up for it, that it's going to grow, because it doesn't matter what you choose, the universe will bless it. It really doesn't matter what you choose. As long as that is really in alignment with your heart and your truth, and it's coming from a good place, you're going to be able to make anything happen. And so we see the wheel of fortune, and yeah, we get peacock. I love this. This is so cute. This animal spirit here has everything to do with out in the world, being your true self, doing something that's more closer to your heart. And this is adventure, risk, the horse right here. So they're like out of adventure, out of a great risk, out of you shining out into the world, you're attracting the wheel of fortune back to you. You're attracting fortune, you're attracting stability and abundance. I love it. This too is a really good card. This thing right here is like telling you like this is a great idea, you're building strength with it. I see in your future a marriage between you being able to work on this job and continue to get it off the ground while also having an opportunity to make money. This money, I'm not sure if it's going to come from a job or a part-time job, maybe just something that's not as stressful, but it could also be like, I don't know if it's like a government check or if it's like savings or an inheritance or something like that. It's not like you're going to get lucky and win the lottery, but it's almost like a situation that ends up being perfect for you. And I see you organizing your life and making decisions in such a way that you're able to continue making this job a priority. And I see the business growing. I see Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're attracting a lot of wealth into your life right now. Extraordinary. Yeah, you're going at this with a big, bold energy. You're like, no excuses. I'm making this happen despite everything. I've got this idea, and I'm not jumping on it. The energy, I'm not pulling back on it. I'm going for it. I'm taking that risk. I'm jumping. I'm taking the leap. Enthusiasm. I see that with you. Yeah, and they're saying this perspective is exactly what it takes to make this happen. That perspective of, I'm going to put everything into this. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to make a way. I love that. Yeah, the water energy. There's a lot of emotion behind this. I get the sense that you're serious about this, and I don't see why it should be for you. There's a lot of healing that's coming. This is forgiveness. This is like releasing a burden. Sometimes it's hard for us to move forward and start something new and do something bold because of the burden of the past. Because of, I'm just going to leave it there. And I feel like you've released a lot of those burdens, and that's why you're like allowing yourself to try something new and to be you. And like you said, I just read your comment. You shocked your when you told them you were leaving and you're never coming back. I love that. I think no matter what happens, you're going to find a way to keep this going, and the universe will do whatever it can to support you. Just keep showing up. You're definitely in a transition. You're going to be building more confidence in yourself in this business. Give it time, you know? Yeah, this is something that's allowing you to be creative. Yeah, once again, another creativity card. You're being told go for it. Doors are going to open for you. Don't worry about the money. You'll know what to do when it's time. Trust yourself. Beautiful. I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you again for your support. Oh, and I'm reading your comment. You did this decision when Venus was conjunct Chiron, and Venus is your chart ruler with Chiron in the 5th house of fun, creativity, and children. This is a move, rebirth vibes. Oh, for sure. Yeah. This is going to be very, very good for you. We're getting lots of green lights for you. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. That was so interesting. I just dropped some cards. I don't know if you heard that, but we pulled trust and peace. That's what just came out. Trust and peace. All right, so who's next, John?
Lorraine.
Lorena?
Lorraine.
Okay, Lorraine. Oh, I know who that is.
What do I need to know right now? I'm thinking.
All right, so Lorraine, what do you need to know right now? I always love readings like this because you just never know what's going to come out. Just give me a second to tap into your energy. Cards sorted. Lorraine. Lorraine. Well, I think the hardest thing that's for you lately has been like timelines. Like, you might be feeling like, oh, I don't really want to complain because so many people had it worse than me, like that kind of vibe. But to be honest, like the pandemic and all that stuff, like really shifted a lot of timelines in your life. Like before it, you had a lot of shit moving forward and it kind of slowed things down and everything ended up working out as it should have. And like you got to reap some beautiful benefits from the time, but it was also really hard and like, yeah, you do get to mourn that. Like it might feel like some things were taken from you or all of a sudden a roadblock was put up on some of your dreams and goals. I think what you're being asked to do right now is to kind of get refocused and recentered on those things. Before you could work on your vision, you had to just first make sure that you like felt safe and like you had a good place to your vision, you know? And so you had to cut some things out. And I know I've done readings for you before, so as I'm looking at this card, I think I kind of know what this means. Yeah, some stuff, you kind of had an awakening over the past couple years and like realized the truth about a couple things, some things you were blind to before. It was like a new perspective shift that like made you realize, okay, I need to create more independence, more freedom, and get in alignment with myself. I can't wait for these other people to heal or catch up with me or, you know, act the way they should towards me. I just need to treat myself well, you know. If someone's mistreating me, I need to not put myself around them, you know, stand up for myself or draw boundaries. Like you kind of went through the school of hard knocks when it came to relationships and setting boundaries and, yeah, learning how to be an empowered empath. An awakening to the fact that you are an empath, you are an artist, all that good stuff. So you just realized a lot about yourself, had to clean some things, get refocused, get recentered. What's hard right now is that like you have this vision of where you want to be that's becoming clearer, but the disconnect between where you are and where you want to be is like kind of intense because you're like, I don't really want to be right here. I don't like this. So I would say something I would recommend for you is definitely to connect with that energy of feeling like a little bit sad about it and being like, I don't want to stay here, I don't want to be here. But use that's a message that your spirit wants to move forward, that your spirit wants to go somewhere new or try something new. So you got to ask yourself, like, what does my spirit want? What are my desires? How can I make peace with that? How can I start working towards that? How can I give myself as much of that as I can right now? I definitely see something about you like being the main character, like main character life, like taking yourself out on picnics, you know, getting dressed up sometimes, going out with friends, doing little romantic things, getting yourself like flowers sometimes and putting them around in your room. Like it's the little things for you right now, you know, it really is. Keep your spirits up, treat yourself, romance yourself. You're disentangling from some toxic energy. Yep. And things are getting a lot better for you. Your gut, because there's this feeling of like, what do I do now? Because it's almost like you weren't expecting to get this far. You actually have manifested a lot the last year or two. You're in a completely different position than you were somehow, right? You made it here. And now this is like a little precipice to new opportunities. Don't overthink it. Sometimes, like, you're themselves in really simplified ways. So you don't have to have some huge, grand, big old plan for your life right now. Just go with what the next piece is. There are some decisions that need to be made, of course, but also in because you don't have to live in suffering. It's like you're learning how to make peace with your surroundings and make peace within yourself. And in that way, your surroundings will change. What? You have your feelings and your perceptions are going through a big change right now. So the way that you felt about like your life or some of the choices you're making or the path you were on could be changing. So it's like be ready to make little adjustments, little tweaks here and there and have some cool changes. That's the best thing about life. Anytime you want, you can make a change or you can take a different turn on your path. Having your own path is hard, right? But it's so worth it. That's what you decided. You decided, I'm not going to take that path that was carved out for me. I'm going to carve my own. So it's like a big jump into the unknown, but it's worth it. Don't overthink it. Just keep following your intuition step by step. Strategy. That's kind of what this message has been about. If I'm going to try to pin it down, it's like you need a strategy to move forward at this time in your life. You need to figure out what you want, how you're going to do it. There's really no like, oh, that's the wrong way to do it or that's the wrong thing to choose. Don't get hung up on that. Just follow your intuition. Listen to yourself. Your soul is speaking to you. Sometimes in order to listen to it, you have to get quiet. You have to go out into nature. You have to get barefoot in the dirt. Or you just need to be alone. You need to turn off the computer and the cell phone and the TV. Unplug. Breathe. You know? Give yourself time to listen to yourself. I see fulfillment for you. Things are moving forward in a beautiful way for you. They're saying you could use some private time to yourself a little bit. Some time to dream, self-care. You know, one of those self-care days where you just like, I don't know, you paint your toenails, you do a face mask, you listen to podcasts, you flip through magazines, you put on records, you make some lemon, you wear a dress just because, you take yourself out for like a little walk. You need one of those little aesthetic me days. Time to just relax and connect with yourself and do the little things you like to do that make you happy. Yeah. Innovate. You'll come up with some new ideas once you recharge. You'll know how to move forward. The main theme in your life right now, I'm going to say, is independence. Gaining independence, like financial independence, independence from the family. Yeah. Beautiful. And I just realized that your profile name is I Speak My Truth. That is so beautiful. Yeah, look at you. All right, girl, I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and we're going to move on. Sue?
I have new cards. Of many boxes my product is supposed to sell in Amazon, locked in custom. When it will arrive to the warehouse and when I can sell it.
Okay. So you've got this product that you were like so excited to sell on your e-commerce site and you're like all ready for it. But it's currently blocked right now in customs. And you're like, when is this going to happen? When am I going to get it? When is this going to get unblocked? When am I going to be able to make it happen? The first thing I got was like, I'm not sure if you're ordering this from the East or I just saw like ships between the countries that you ordered from, like just some BS of paperwork and just annoying stuff. Bureaucracy, basically, why you're not getting this. And here's the Queen of Wands. So irritating because you're at this beautiful place where you're like shining, you're like, I got a new shop and I'm putting this product up and I have so much to offer and I've been making everything ready and kind of nesting for this thing and beautifying everything, and now I gotta wait on this bullshit. I feel you. So you want answers. Yeah. Well, your guides are, look, no matter what happens with this timeline and if it's like on your schedule or not, you're going to get this thing up and you're going to sell it. And they're also telling you, just stay consistent. There's going to be things like this that happen. Of course, you're like, okay, I get it. Unexpected shit happens when you're starting a business, but this is crazy. Come on, right? Your guides are just saying the more experience that you get with this, you'll realize, okay, every time I order from this country, it's usually blocked for this many months, so I have to order it at this time. Oh, this company in particular isn't gonna work. Like, you'll getting better at that. And the imports and the exports and right now, obviously, it's kind of a crazy time in the earth with COVID and stuff. Like, it's so annoying. I've tried to order something online and it took 8 months to get to me. I don't want to scare you that it's gonna take that long. Don't worry. I'm just telling you I feel your pain because, like, what the heck? I get this sense though that you're gonna be able to sell it. Let's pull some more cards on the outcome and then we'll pull timeline. Yeah, this situation's gonna be resolved. They want you to stay dedicated. This might be a test, I don't think the universe does that to you on purpose. I just think shit happens that tests you sometimes, And they're also saying energetically, you might have to surrender this, act as if it's coming, busy yourself, keep preparing. That's the final step in the manifestation process. Sometimes if you focus really hard and like, it's not coming, why isn't it here, and frustration, and what if it doesn't, that can put some energy out there that can block. We're so powerful. I'm not telling you step on a crack, you break your mother's back, or if you have a bad thought about this, you're gonna manifest it. I'm just saying, like, allow yourself time to grieve this, be upset about it, maybe write about it, but then it's move forward. Do what you can to prepare for it, to rearrange things, and just be ready, because time's gonna pass and this is gonna happen. It's gonna come to you. You're gonna be putting this thing up on your site and you'll have some success with it. So, like, might as well, if there's anything you can do, it's don't worry, because if you worry too hard, you're pushing energy up against this thing, and it's not helping you either. So your guides are like, time to release this. You're frustrated because I invested so much. Yeah. Is it gonna cost any extra? You'll learn, some places you order from, there's unexpected things, especially if it's big bulk importing and exporting. There's always that middleman that's got to get the money and the taxes and then this and that, right? So irritating. But you're going to learn. You're going to know what to expect as you continue doing this. You might even realize, you know what, I tried to save money by ordering it from here instead of here, and I ended up just getting a big mess, Sometimes that's why things are as affordable as they are. So be open to it. Things are shifting, changing. There's a lot of other people and situations involved than just, that's what's frustrating. There's a lot you don't have control over. But here's the Princess of Pentacles. This is totally your own shop. In the book that came with this deck, like, this person is presented as someone who's really creative and really craft, like, usually has their own shop or like sells their art or like put stuff at the craft fair or something like that, and there you are, you're like selling things on e-commerce. This is a huge confirmation. This is what you're supposed to do. So, and this is what you enjoy. So just keep going. It's annoying. Like I said, there's a lot of other people. I just keep seeing like this company and these two countries and like all the factors. I'm like, oh my God, there's a lot going on. It's not even with just your package. It's not personal to you. It's like, that's how it is. Like, that's where they're at right now. Add in COVID, it's just a big mess. But I love how you're like, not waiting. I'm gonna make this happen. You might just have to be flexible with your timeline. And if you're trying to sell before the holidays, I understand. You're like this, but just be open to it. You're gonna be able to make it happen. So this could be 3 weeks. This is the Three of Swords. Sometimes it could be 3 months. I know that's hard because you're like, 3 months would be way too late. I get the sense. I'm basically getting the sense that this is definitely going to be annoying and kind of a little bit longer than you'd like. I mean, you'll be surprised if it just within a couple days or a week, they're like, okay, like, we're good now, you can get your stuff. But it could be stuck for a little while. So just prepare for that. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. This is like, it could be stuck for a while. 3 to 6 weeks, maybe. At least a month. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing in the cards. I know that's hard to hear. So frustrating. But your guys, like, you're gonna make this happen. Keep going. Beautiful. I hope that this reading resonates with you. Thank you for your support, and I will see you next time. All right, so who's next?
Hippie homesteader wannabe.
Okay, so hippie homesteader wannabe.
I'm 64, retired, and I have my 33-year-old son living with me.
Okay.
Could you look at the future for me and see if it would make more sense to sell off my country property to pay off the house where we live? Or if sometime in the future it would be better to own both properties.
Okay.
For instance, if he finds a partner and wants to raise a family in this house, but I might not be living with them, so I would need a place of my own.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, sell it, keep it.
The country home. Okay, so hippie homesteader, like, man, when you said sell the country home, I got this big block around my heart. I was like, no, don't sell the country home. The only reason I see you selling the country home is because maybe you want to like buy a better one or like get more land or like make a switch or like maybe you really enjoyed the country home and living that life and over there and you're like, you know what, I want to take this to the next level and there's this other place or I have a bigger dream or a different location or like, you know what I mean? Like it would be like an upgrade if you were to sell that home. Well, you want to make sure, like, your son is getting to that age where he's probably going to get married soon. You just can feel it. And you're like, you're his mom. You know in your heart and in your gut, you just have these gut intuitions, like, maybe he's going to get married in the next couple of years. He lives at home. A lot of people move back home during the pandemic. A lot of people live with their parents for a long time these days. And why not? But I also kind of see that you want him to have independence, and you're thinking, I can live in the country home, and maybe he can just keep the other one for him and his wife, you know. And I get this sense that you want him to be taken care of, and you want that to be passed down, and that's beautiful. That's like the dream I have for my kids. I would love to be able to like have a nice home I could give to my child when they get older and get married, just like their first home or to keep a family or something. So your guides are saying, and there is a marriage in the future. I think it's so funny. You're so intuitive. You just know in your heart you're gonna get married. I can feel it. I can too. He's been through a lot in love. I kind of see like something that happened. We don't get into it. That's like his whole thing, your son. But don't worry, he's healing from that and he's getting. This is good energy, honestly, with keeping home. Let's look into the country home. Well, you just love that place. It's like you kind of have this. It needs money invested. Yeah. It's funny because I was going to say you love the country place and you have this vision for it, of course. You kind of pictured it as a place where like the grandkids will come maybe and like run around or like, I don't know, you just like had a beautiful dream for it. I'm getting this message not to give up on your dream. You know, right now it might be a smart time to like sell it, right? And so you're good, but I see you holding it might sit there for a while and still you really want to really prove it, but your life can be money in the bank in my pocket and I could really use that right now, you know. So it does look at the Mother of Pentacles, but they're saying that There will be a lot of support coming to the property. Yeah, you're also thinking maybe I could use the money to move or something. The cards are telling you to spend a little bit more time in reflection. That yes, there are changes that you might want to make in your life, but maybe it's not this one. They're telling you that I don't know if there's special music that you love, calms you or soothes you, or like an album you've been really into lately, or a certain musical artist that in your jam or something. But they're like, listen to your favorite, maybe spend time at the country property, and just think a little bit more your vision for the place. And first you take action, then the money comes. I know right now it might not be a time to working on the country place and trying to fix it up, because I do see that money needs to be manifested for you, and but I don't know if it wants to come through this place right now. I see an avenue for the abundance. They're saying don't sell the place out of fear or out of the need for money. For some people, I'd pull cards and it's like sell the place. But yeah, they're like, this is just the beginning. Yes, you've had the property for a long while, but they're saying the property, it's almost like it wants to, you had a vision when you got that place. That vision still wants to unfold. It's almost like the energy of the property wants it, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. That land's alive, you know? Oh, so you write songs and play the guitar. Yeah, I can totally picture you at your country home with the grandkids running around, your son's all happy at the other place, and you are playing music on the porch. Like, that's the place you wanted to retire. You were invested in it. And so, yeah, maybe right now you're hitting a bump in the road. But to be completely honest, if it's money that you need, 64 is still very young. You could probably uh, make a craft or sell it on Etsy, find a community to get involved. I just think money will flow, honestly, whether you create something or not. Your spirit, it wants to attract that, wants to be supported, and wants to fix up that property. And this is going to be such a beautiful chapter of your life. Don't give up on your dream yet. Yeah, sometimes they're just saying, like, maybe you're a little just nervous. Like, I kind of have little existential crises. Some freak out about, like, oh no, should I just give up on this thing, or should I stop traveling, or, you know? But just, I see this choice that you made when you purchased the property. Once again, that vision is so strong. Keep going. Yes, one of the reasons you buy property is because it is an investment and that you can cash out on it anytime, support yourself. But I don't know if now's the time to make that decision. It's good to know you have that security and that safety with that property anytime you need it. Land is always going to be valuable. And so I get this sense that you're sitting on a pot of gold for sure, but it might not be time to cash it out. Yeah. Yeah, they're like, don't worry about the money. Mars in retrograde right now, so sometimes that can make us all feel a little strapped. Even of us who are wealthier, for some reason, are all of our assets frozen or something. Like shit like that happens. So this energy will become unblocked. You'll be feeling a little bit more abundant. You'll start to see more possibilities with moving forward with the place. Yeah, creativity is your happy place. I mean, even your handle, hippie homesteader wannabe. That's so you. You. It's funny because if for some reason you end up deciding to sell this place or whatever, I still feel like your goal would still get a place like that, or an upgrade, or a better one, or like there's still a side of you that wants that country life. Yeah. You've been through a lot in this life. You're willing to do what it takes. You're like willing to sacrifice things for your family and to make sure everyone's okay. And like this is real crazy times the world is in right now. So you're just like, shit, like, but you got some cards up your sleeve, and I think it's not time to play them, you know? I sound like Dr. Phil right now. I'm like, have all these memories. What's happening? I think you're worried because you like it's time to make a decision with this property, but I don't think it's time to make a decision with the property. It just might be time to make a decision. So ask yourself, okay, pretend like the property's not there. What would I do in this decision? Maybe don't factor it in. And that's your answer for what you need to do to move forward right now. Yeah, this is a good time in your life. That's what's kind of hard is you're doing great. Your son is maturing into a wonderful man and he's getting ready to probably get married, own thing, and you have this beautiful country to fix up and there might be grandkids and like there's just good vibes coming in. And meanwhile, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. So don't worry, you don't have to give into the fear of the world, and you know, it's okay to thrive even though there's a lot of people out there. The world needs people to just live their beautiful lives. Sometimes be famous. Sometimes the biggest contribution to this life is just seeing your vision and seeing your dream into completion, you know? Going back to the land, working with the land, that's important too, you know? So anyways, I hope that this resonates with you. Oh, you wrote, I really do want a country life. This is so fun. It's such a confirmation. Aw, thank you so much. I had fun doing this reading. I too kind of have a similar vision for my life. I have to remind myself all the time that that's what matters. That's important to me, and you know, it's okay to want what you want. All right, thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time. All right, you guys, I'm gonna take my next break. I'm gonna stretch a little bit and then I will be back. So make sure you click into part 3 in about 6 or 7 minutes from now.